When you have been like hosting a booth or when you've been a vendor at these type of events, what's some good like protocol? So let's say that I'm like a big fangirl of Ecamm and I really want to meet Katie at ecamm.com, but I don't want to be weird because I'm good at that. So like, what do you look for in a vendor, as a vendor, seeing so many people that might be into your product or interested in networking? Like, what are some tips you can give to a fangirl like me?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I worked in a bunch of different kinds of industries and I worked at a bunch of different kinds of events over the years. And I feel like I've been lucky in that I haven't had like too many really creepy experiences happen. So knock on wood, I'm thankful for that. Not that I think any of you are creepy, but there definitely has that potential. I would say if you can be as like clear about who you are and what connects you with the person you're talking to, immediately up front, the better, because those people are seeing hundreds, if not thousands of people over the span of a weekend. So, if you can come up and be like, hi, I'm Katie, I work at Ecamm, and I've been watching your YouTube channel for years, and like I love how you do XYZ thing. And and be really clear.
I do this, and I think that it would be great to have a conversation about these things. Yeah,
be really clear about your ask. I would like. There is nothing worse than, and this actually relates as much to email as it does, or direct messages as it does to in-person meetings. But there is nothing worse than like meeting someone and they're like super excited, but you don't actually know like what it is they want from you. Like they're just like, hey, we're so excited to meet you, and you're like, great, I'm so excited to meet you too, and you have this kind of moment, and you can tell that they want something, but you're not quite sure what it is they want. It's okay to be honest with your ask. Like it's okay to say like, hey, I'm at a point now where I'm like super looking at, to learn more about partnerships, and I'd love to have some of your time to chat about that. Or is that something that you do? Yeah. Like things like that are okay to ask, particularly in this kind of setting. If you've been upfront about like who you are and what you're doing, I think that's great. And then pull out your business card and hand it over, or figure out a way to connect. But I would avoid just standing there and being like, it's so great to meet you, because it's just like awkward silence and neither of you really know what to do after that moment. So it's a cold call sales kind of experience. I'd like this.
So practice your elevator speech.
Yeah, your elevator pitch.
And like, I think somebody like me that it's not that I get nervous talking to people, because I'm fairly comfortable in my own skin and everything, but there are times where I feel like I have to do a whole bunch of explaining to set someone up with what I want to say. Yeah. I don't come from a sales background. I come from a teaching background. So man, oh my God, if I want to teach kids Punnett squares, I'm going to do all of these examples about hereditary. Like I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, and then I'm finally going to get to the point. And I think that we get a little nervous to just come out front and say what you got to say. But I've learned in the past few years that like it is entirely okay. And not only is it okay, you're going to be more respected if you can be direct and being mindful that there are maybe hundreds of people waiting to connect with that same person. So saying, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do a lot of things, but at this event, I'm going to focus on just a couple. So I'm not like, oh, but I also do this. Oh, and there's that one time and I do this off thing. Oh, and sometimes rein it in. Yeah. And be direct. Yeah.
I will say with the exception of like at a meetup event, like at any of the Ecamm meetup events I've gone to, we have gone really in depth with like personal stories. And like it really is a different kind of environment where like I think it's totally fine to be rambly and to hang out and to be like I think that's in many ways it's a deeper connection,
we want
experience
that.
And we're looking for that, absolutely. But at an event where
at the actual conference,
so much kind of passing traffic and kind of in and out, you really only have a brief amount of time to catch someone's attention. So I would say what you really are looking for in any of those connections is to like say who you are, how you relate to the person you're talking to, and what you want. So you want to be able to follow up with them later, you want to learn more about what they're doing. You want info from them. You need to be really snappy with that, because otherwise they're just going to have to move on to whoever the next person is, because there's just tons of people around. So
right.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Good advice.